Gather round, hunters, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates. I am Captain Tirek of the Carrier Ravager, as we continue our war of, well, just war against the Lyran Star Kingdom. See, we hate each other. We are, well, not really space racists, because we're friends with the Federation, the Gorn, and the Hydrons, but we really, really hate the Lyrans. The Lyrans are everything wrong with the universe, and we would like to end them. So we're continuing whatever war we would call for that, as, doing pretty decently at this point. We've made 1619 prestige, which is alright. This is going to be, base station fighter. And what are we sort of building towards next is kind of the question. A Dreadnought Merv upgrade might be a thing, but that's going to be a long way down the road. 4,536 prestige, but we may end up going that way. We may have the biggest ships in the game by the time we're done with this, just because they cram on more missiles. Did I mention more missiles? More missiles. So let's rock the shipyard assault and get underway. Red alert. Got a heavy cruiser, a light cruiser, and just that. Okay, I can work with that. I think I can try. See, we are now in the western half of the galaxy, which does not really use plasma weaponry. So when we run into situations where we are just frankly outnumbered, it's not as big of a deal. What it'll come down to is tactics and superior firepower, not necessarily superior numbers with superior firepower. So anything necessarily might go. So let's see what class you are. You are a CC Plus, a command cruiser, and you are a heavy cruise. No, you're some sort of war cruiser? I'm not sure, but it's not a cruiser because it's light. That's an interesting selection. Alright, so we're set up. Let's get our first volley underway. Gonna pick up some speed now that we have the additional power, because we're not charging, we're no longer charging the phaser capacitor, because our disruptors, we don't get any power benefit back from them being fully charged. So we'll hit the reinforce over there. We'll go, not this button, but this button, and deploy the fighters. Let's prepare another missile barrage. Do I not have my hard group set up properly? I do. Okay. So, hard group set up. And more missiles! What you gonna do? Wild Weasel? ESG? I'm not sure. No, he'll just try and shoot them all down. And we'll punch a hole through. He did activate the ESG, but he opened himself up to the missile barrage! That's right. That was not actually the plan, but it definitely worked out as a good plan. And there they go. The Pasanjis launching their missile barrages. Hits his Wild Weasel, but as we come back around, we're going to have free shots of this. Now, are these Pasanjis or are these other things? I can't not look at you, apparently. That's funny. More missiles! More missiles! Oh god, the joy. The joy of a multiple fighter platform like this. Okay, let's bring the fighters home. Return to me, please. Because their heavy weapons have been fully depleted. Okay, so that's the heavy cruiser down, so it's just me and a light cruiser. Now he has deployed, they're Basenji fighters. His expanding sphere generator. Basenji, avoid the ESG. Avoid it, please. Ugh, there was no reason to do that, man. Let's get another missile flight in here. How many missiles are we down to? 11 reloads. We're good. We are good. Something like 22 missiles. He's activated his ESG once again. Let's slow down so that the Basenjis can catch up to us. They are somewhat limited in speed. He was able to take out 3 of them, but not the 4th. Picks up the 4th one with his tractor beam system. Come on, Basenjis, get on board. I've slowed down enough so that you can get in. He's really trying to kill those fighters. He doesn't want me to reload, rearm them. Got him. Haha. You couldn't stop me from repairing all of my fighters. Let's send him another 4 missiles his way. All up in select. Try and cause a bit of damage, zigzagging along. We can get away with doing this sort of thing instead of just trying to sprint away at maximum speed because, well, he's small. Relatively. He's only a light cruiser, and the heavy cruiser we were able to kind of bully a bit. Fighters, how you doing? I don't really want to deploy the fighters yet, but let's dump one of these out at him. That way we can get a nice big barrage going. All up in select? Do I have anything? No, I do not. Oh yeah, because these... I'm actually surprisingly limited in phaser armament. I'm going to wait until these get in before I deploy more missiles. I'm not sure what our missile limit is. So causing more damage, cutting through his shields. He catches 2 of them. Can't catch them all. We need to curl in tighter if we want to be able to do more damage. I think we're going to try and bully him now. We're going to avoid using the... we'll try avoid using missile launchers at this point. Partially because I'm worried about more expanding sphere generator. Oh, there it goes. ESG. Turn, 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 turn. Ooh, that's a nasty, nasty bubble. You have to mentally imagine a bubble around this guy that he can now just sort of battering ram his way through. So select that hard point. We don't have a whole lot of shots on it, but that ESG isn't going to last long. Fighters deploy. By the time the fighters get there, his ESG should be offline. I hope. Come on, shut offline, shut offline. Yeah, no, they weren't. You, Basenji. Ouch. That was my bad. So let's stop trying to be frugal. We need to take this out now. Because that cost us badly. And it shouldn't have. I mistimed the expanding sphere generator. I didn't pay enough attention to it. Didn't think it was as dangerous as it was, and I lost an entire fighter flight for it. So not cool. 4 more missiles are coming in from him. They're lighter missiles. They don't deal the full ton of damage, as you can see. But they do a significant enough amount of damage. Now he's continually trying to reduce the number of fighters we have. Holy crap, man! You are just... Ugh. I suppose I shouldn't complain so much, because this is the exact same tactics that we used. Like, the number one thing was to kill the fighters. We would forego shooting at dreadnoughts to kill fighters. So I suppose I can't blame him too much for this. But I'm definitely going to blame him for this. We'll need to go in this direction, I feel. When we actually decide that we want to win this mission. He's down to almost nothing on board. Final missile barrage of death. You, sir, are dead. You can't stop it. You have no more wild weasels. Excellent work. Alright, let's continue coming to starboard. And increase the speed of time. Oh, no, we need to come to port. I was misreading this arrow a bit. Left, left, left. This way. Somewhere along this path there will be, these. Which apparently have plasma torpedoes. What kind of Stardocks are you? FRDs, I can't read what kind. Ah, well, we are out of missiles. Oh, this was an expensive mission. Now, granted, it was to try and destroy a Stardock, which is a big deal. I mean, they're important defensive positions. But still, this is an expensive mission. So let's go to fighters. And I'm going to order harass. We'll increase speed so that we match our Basenji's speed so he doesn't get too far ahead. Fire a missile. It's our last missile, so, you know, let's slow down. I'll stop. So the Basenji also fired. Oh, crap. Fighters. Return to me now. Oh, they're Romulan Stardocks. Wait, really? We're friends with the Romulans. We are allies of the Romulans. Why would you do this, Romulans? Let's get it nice and close. We're just gonna brute force it down. Yeah, I think we have the capability to do it. But we don't have the capability to deploy our fighters at this range. Ow, that hurt a little bit. Stop cloaking! Wow, that was a totally wasted turn. Continue to fire all the weapons. Slam holes through any shields that he has. And take out that Plasma F if you can. Like, seriously, somebody. That Plasma F is actually kind of dangerous. Okay, you took it out. Good. Good work. Now we can continue to blast through it. As you can see, once you lose your missiles and you fly a Merak ship, you are significantly less powerful than you were. You're next. Hi. You have plasma Ds, which is not cool. So we're going to that one. Because we can, because we fire a lot of shots very, very rapidly. I remember, I don't know if it was a graphical glitch, but when I would play the demo version of Starfleet Command 1, disruptors were like this gaseous cloud that flew forward. And I don't know if that's because of a graphical glitch, because I didn't have a really great computer, or if it was like, that's how they represented disruptors. Wait, seriously? You? Oh yeah, because all the phasers fired at the torpedo. If that's how they were just putting disruptors, or if that was like just my computer. Because it was really kind of weird, because disruptors just didn't look powerful in any stretch of the imagination. There we go. We're going to have to take another one of those on the nose, which won't be cool, but hey, live and learn. Smash down a whole bunch of systems. We are down to red shields in the forward, so we can't really do this quite so efficiently against the last Stardock. We will have to play a little bit more of the range game. You still have power to cloak? I've taken out most of... Well, that's actually why you have power to cloak, because I've taken out most of your systems. Just keep firing the disruptors. Now fire everything. Okay, forward shield held. Barely. But he has lost his plasma F now, so he is helpless to us. Last one. The long, boring part of this game. When you have to siege. That's what this is. This is siege work. Carriers can be okay, but not when they have plasma Ds. Plasma Ds are just nasty. There's really no other way to put it. They are some of the nastiest weapons in this game, because they delete fighters. They are 100% accurate. The amount of damage that they deal is very high. I mean, we annihilate PFs with plasma Ds. So, yeah, not a huge fan. Wish that there were other solutions. So we're going to go with buff the 360, please. Reinforce all. Thank you. Because he's going to deploy. Yep, there we go. Okay, all up and select. Unfortunately, most of our weapons are currently offline now. Aha! You couldn't do it. Okay, you did that, which was annoying. But now we must pay a little bit of close attention to how you defend yourself, because, well, now you have enough firepower to hurt us. And we don't have enough shields to ignore being hurt. See? We lost our stern shields. Doesn't look like he got past the armor, but still, it's not cool to lose shields in a carrier. We tend to like to keep them at full power, if at all possible. Able to use those phase 3s for nice strafing runs. Come out around the mine, circle back in. Shields taking the shock quite well. Blasting another hole. Letting the... okay, that one did get through. This is going to be an expensive mission. Partly my fault, partly I was lazy, but really, it's just going to be expensive. Come to a stop here. Hi. Well, we're already spending a ton of cash on this. So no more plasma Fs for you. Ow! Let's just end this, come on! Nobody likes these missions. Actually, no, that's not true. They can be quite fun. But it's this part that gets tedious. I think that Stardock should have fairly small marine complements. You should be able to take them quite easily. Or something to that effect. Something like, you'll have to get the shields down, but then you can beam people over. And then you can take it over. 450 prestige. Watch, we spend all of that just fixing the ship. We're at 2,000, so just check at 2,000 real quick. Another fast cruiser, a drone cruiser. 1801 is a battle station. CVS for all your drug needs. Yeah, strike carrier comes with not a whole heck of a lot more, I don't think. No reason to buy that. So, we earned 450. We spent 132 there, 135 there, because the game likes lying to me. So, 140. And then 72. And 96. Yeah. Expensive. Back up to 16 Marines. Let's go up to 10 spare parts. And a couple of mines, even though I don't really use them in a ship this size. Back onto the assault. Mission. Fighters all... Oh, it looks like one of their border stations was suddenly lost. So, yeah. Excellent work, everybody. Hit the red alert. Wait a second. What was this mission again? I wasn't paying near enough attention. Oh, it's a planetary capture. Whoops. We're surprisingly well capable for that mission. Yeah, seriously, don't underestimate us. We have a surprisingly capable Marine complement. So yeah. Let's slow roll it just a bit. Yeah, we're going to slow roll this just a little bit. Reinforce. Oh, crap. No, he's got support. A light cruiser. So an SR Plus and a CWP. I don't know what SR Plus is. Not a clue. Fighters. Defend me. That way we can handle the enemy. Another 4 missiles. Now we've got 8 missiles in the air. Then these guys will fire their missiles. And then he's going to expanding sphere generator on us. So let's break off to the side because we know what's coming. And how are you going to deal with it? Are you going to try and shoot them all down? He might be able to do it. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's got an effective point defense system. Stand by. Don't fire missiles yet. Just be a little patient, guys. Okay, now fire missiles. Okay, now he launched a Wild Weasel. Excellent. Planet does not appear to be shooting us, so it doesn't appear to be super well armed. Turn into the target. Expect an expanding sphere generator strike any moment now. So he grabbed those missiles, but he's got 2 more. Flights coming in, and he's got a lot of capability to shoot them down, and to hold them. But at the end of the day, he's only got so much power. You guys have 1 more salvo in you. Okay, fighters. Return. And return. All of them select. Let's slow down a bit. Let the fighters get on board. Okay, there it goes. Expanding sphere generator used in defense. And you'll notice it shot down all of the missiles. He wasn't able to shoot down the rest of them because he didn't have enough power in it. Because missiles do have a health bar. So they have their own amount of hull points remaining before they're out. And expanding sphere generators, well, if they don't have enough power to damage the missile beyond that point, the missile just takes it and keeps going. Which is why in games like Starfleet Battles proper, you could actually set it up so that you put armor on your missiles and made them even harder to shoot down. The bigger the missile, so the Type 4s are harder to shoot down than the Type 1s. And I imagine fighter missiles are even easier to shoot down. So, yeah. We're in a good position here. Missile's going to go right up his tailpipe. Oh, causing damage. More damage. As cascade failures across the decks. Let's get in and use our claws. I kind of imagine the Phaser 3 is just sort of like a cat's hind claws, the ones that it really uses to gut things. Because there's a lot of them. They seem small, but they are vicious with the amount of firepower that they can put out. Okay, he has deployed his Wild Weasel. I wouldn't consider that to be a great strategy, but it's a strategy. Fighters. Attack. No. We're going to go just defend me. Because I want them to keep their range from this guy. We've learned we've got to respect that ESG. It is not something you can just ignore and hit. So let's build in a nice big barrage. Don't get too close, guys. Stay at range. Use your missiles. That's why you have them. He grabs 2. 2 more got through, 32 damage. So we met. Apparently he only had 8 or just 24 damage each, so he had a little bit of a shield left, but they managed to take it out. And now a massive flight of missiles. Is the ESG going to come online in time? Yes, it will. Shoots down most of them. He's activated both of his ESGs to do this. Guys, no, pull away, pull away. You. Gosh darn it. It's like, why? Why would you do that? You should have more brains than a flea. More missiles right in his face. All up and select. Come on. Oh, because you're not the target. There we go. So now his tractor beams are protecting against the weaker fighter missiles, and our heavy missiles came in. You need to come home too, because you are out of missiles at this point. So return to me. And now we'll come back around. And reinforcement, if we have any. Reinforce these two, because that's what we're doing. Now they can make a speed of 27, so they're more than capable of catching up to us. And we are on your weak side when it comes to anti-missile defenses. So let's pump out another swarm of missiles here. Does he still have a tractor beam? Or not a tractor beam, but yeah, he still has a transporter. Okay, let's get in there with the hind claws. We're not needed. Okay, target the planet. And increase speed. So I imagine the planet has a has some form of protection. So we're just gonna swarm it with a ton of missiles. See if we can't overcome. Slow down. Oh crap! Okay. Yeah. Some of you may not have believed me when I said planets were real things that you could hit in this game. I hope you're all satisfied now that, oh no. That was not cool. But it is what we is doing. After such a fantastic mission, all that was left was the formality of destroying the planet. The formality, because it wasn't even a well-defended planet. And then we went and did that. Well, folks, on that incredibly embarrassing note, we have to end an episode. Also, while I go and recover my senses from the pain of what I just did because I wasn't paying close enough attention. Oh, that is so painful and dumb. But such is the way of a Marag captain. Actually, no, such is the way of an idiot. But we will recover from that. We now have a brand new drone cruiser, which is nice. I mean, escort killer frigate. So let's go and check out our brand new CDM. CVs, no, sadly, we're out of these. Just when we were getting used to using them. Having, like, a nice amount of supporting firepower. So we have, I think it's CD plus M. So 1 MIRV launcher, 1 missile becomes 6 missiles, 4 missile rack Bs, which have expanded magazines, and 1 missile rack A. We had to take some of the normal magazine space that we would take for 2 more missile rack Bs for the MIRV launcher, and they both became As. That's sort of how that works, kind of. 2 phaser 1s, 8 phaser 3s, so we still have that vicious hind claw attack. Only 3 transporters, so we're not nearly as good at beaming the crap out of things, and no fighters. But this is going to be going back to a more traditional style. I think I am going to actually try and spring for another carrier. Because I kind of liked rolling carriers. They were pretty fun. Although, we won't actually be able to fly the carrier unless we sell our current ship and make the carrier slot 1 because of the missile loading bug. But that will be in a future episode. Anyway, I've been Tirak. If you like what you've been seeing, including planetary collisions, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment. I'm not quite sure who on the bridge crew to blame for that one, but the captain is going to attempt to blame it on somebody. And I will see you all in the next episode.